I'm not gonna lie, Pacific Northwest is on my mind a lot. I love to travel through the Pacific Northwest, anywhere from Northern California going up to the Canadian border, Oregon, Washington State. I love it all. I think it's absolutely beautiful and it's got really good wine too. So when I had an opportunity to collaborate with an Oregon winery to shed some light on this wonderful company and also try some of their wines, I couldn't mess that up. Welcome to my wine diary. If you are new to this channel, by the end of this video, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber of mine, then welcome back and thank you for being here for yet another video. In this episode, I am going to be introducing you to Christopher Michael Winery, who was kind enough to collaborate with me and send me some of their wines. Guys, I am fascinated with the Pacific Northwest, and I have been ever since I went there for the first time. Honestly, anywhere from Northern California all the way up north to the Canadian border, I love it all. Washington State, Northern California, Oregon specifically. I'm a huge fan of Oregon Pinot Noir. I talk about it all the time. But truth be told, there's so much more than just Pinot Noir to Oregon. And that's one of the things that makes Pacific Northwest in general, and Oregon specifically, so unique, is that they've got so much going on there, so much to explore. The variety of scenery, the variety of wines is just absolutely wonderful. You have forests, you have snow peaks, you have waterways. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous, and you can just explore for days, not just the geography, but the wines as well. And the cool thing about Oregon specifically is that the terroir, the area of the state that wine actually comes from, truly comes through when you drink that wine. And I am very, very excited to try the wines that Christopher Michael sent to me. In 2009, two brothers, Eric and Ryan, created Christopher Michael Wine, and they believed that geographical boundaries should not define wine. For that reason, they created their wines to be fresh, approachable, and ready for any occasion, anywhere. Their motto is two brothers, one passion, made by Oregon. Notice, made by Oregon, not made in Oregon, and I think that's absolutely awesome. So it's when you hear something like that, made by Oregon, and a company's motto, is when you truly start seeing how the makers are letting the state shine through the wines that they're making. So they're very proud, clearly, of the state that they're in, and made by Oregon is a true representation of each specific location that the grapes come from, coming through each and one of their wines. And speaking of their wines, the three that they were kind enough to send me are this Pinot Gris, a Chardonnay, and a Cabernet Sauvignon. They actually have more wines available on their website. I will link their website down below. Check it out. It's a very well developed website, so you can buy their wines directly from the website. The prices are great, to be honest with you. The price is very affordable for the product that they offer. So amongst many that they offer, these three are available. They also have a Pinot Noir, another red blend, I believe. And what's really cool about Christopher Michael Wine is that their wines come not only in the bottle, but they come in cans too. 375 mils cans, which is half a bottle essentially. So when they say that they want for this wine to be suitable for any occasion or ready for any occasion anywhere, they mean it, and they make their wines in cans as well. Through the last couple of years, I've completely changed my mind about the canned wines. I actually have a separate video on canned wines, but I think that maybe it's not where the future of wine is, being in the can necessarily, but I definitely think that as we go with the flow, as we become more modern, just in general, cans are becoming more and more popular. And the fact that they have large cans like that fit half a bottle in them, and you can take them on the hike, you can go explore, and still have some wine along the way. So that's pretty cool. Check their website out. Another great thing that Christopher Michael Wine has on their website are recipes to pair with the wines that they sell. And one of the recipes I remembered really well, it was shrimp spring rolls. meatballs with peanut dipping sauce, and they suggested to pair that with the Chardonnay that I have in front of me. And the moment I poured some Chardonnay in the glass and I sniffed it and I sipped it, I realized that recipe would probably go absolutely perfect with this wine. So the recipes are pretty cool, actually. Check that out. As I said, it's on the website where you can purchase the wines directly. You have to be 18 or older to purchase the wines. But then they also mention some distributors too, so you can see where you can purchase the wines in your specific state. When it comes to the bottles labeling, here I wanted to show you the standard labels for Christopher Michael wines, and this is how they look like. So you can see they're very unique, and this is the Chardonnay and this is the Cabernet Sauvignon that they sent me. Really, really nice looking wines. They are not corked, so they have a screw top to them, which makes it, again, super easy. The brand is clearly very passionate about taking your wine with you anywhere. So I think that screw cap definitely helps with that, and it's much more convenient to take it on a picnic or on a hike with you without bringing actual corkscrew with you. I cannot wait to eventually try all 3 of the wines that Christopher Michael Wine sent me, but for today's video I have chosen to try the 2021 Chardonnay that they sent over, and I already poured it in a glass. I told you I already smelt it initially. I took a sip of that wine, but I really want to give it a better, bigger taste, if that makes sense. So this specific one is 13% alcohol. Like I said, it's a 2021 vintage. So let's go ahead and take a look at it a little bit closer. Here it is in my glass. As per usual, I like showing the color of the wine to you. And here, you know, I'm a little skeptical about the term straw, really, but this one for me definitely has a beautiful golden, lemony golden color to it, and it's got a pretty intense color to it as well. So I would say medium intensity and a lemon color to this wine as well. Golden yellow and pretty intense. Let's go ahead and smell this one. So the first thing immediately that I'm noticing with this Chardonnay is that it is insanely aromatic. So many scents come through on the nose with this one. It definitely is a little bit floral, but more so you have a lot of fruit that come on the palate here. So first of all, stone fruit, immediately smelling like apricots and pears. And then it definitely smells slightly touched by oak. You know, you have the subtlety of vanilla coming through, but it's not really overwhelming. It's pretty subtle and well balanced here. Time to taste it. This is a delicious Chardonnay. And it's got medium to high acidity. My mouth is still watering as I'm speaking now. So think about apple and pear coming through on the palate here very strongly. It's a very nutty wine, actually. I definitely taste some almonds to it, and it's got a pretty solid minerality to it as well. I would say that that slight touch of vanilla definitely comes through on the flavor here too. So I think it was slightly touched by oak without being very overwhelming, but in general the finish is very fresh and crisp, which I always appreciate, especially so in white wines. This is very non-overwhelming Chardonnay that's still super fresh, yet it's got that ton of complexity and flavor behind it. Very much so liking this one. As mentioned previously, this is not the only video that I will be featuring Christopher Michael wines in, so we will continue to talk about them, but this was the first intro to the actual brand. And I strongly encourage for you guys to go and check out their website as well as their other social media handles, which I'll link down below. So please go ahead and give them a go, see where you can find them in your state or order them online. But this wine is absolutely great, and I cannot wait to try the Pinot Gris and the Cab Sauvignon as well. Thank you so much, Christopher Michael Wine, for sending me this wine and letting me try it and get familiar with yet another Oregon brand. And for you guys, thank you so much for sticking around this video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, cheers everyone.